got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. Cocaine quarter piece, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got hustle, though, ambition, flow inside my DNA.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean Be Nice, back here with some more heat rocking today, man. Today I have a long-awaited review, you know what I'm saying, my Who is the Victor and Who is the Victim reviews, man. I know you guys love these videos to kind of show the difference between which device you should buy. Now, what makes my reviews doper than most other people, I always tell y'all who is the winner, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tally up points. I mean, I do use a point system, but y'all see at the end, okay? It's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say. So here we have the S9 Plus versus the iPhone 10. I know you guys, if you guys are interested in me doing an iPhone 8 Plus versus the S9 Plus, let me know. I mean, I just feel like, you know, if you got an iPhone, you got them all. You know what I mean? Just being honest. So I feel like the iPhone 10 would be good enough. But if y'all want to see it, I'll make it happen, okay? No question about it. So let's go ahead and get started into the video, man, without further ado. I'm gonna kind of look at the pros and match them up. And here's the thing. Most of the things that one phone has, the other phone has, just in a different way. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is really based off you, your perspective, your desired ecosystem, which one you're more heavily invested into. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'm more so heavily invested in Android, so that's why I normally stick with Android devices. Well, mainly Samsung devices. I got an S3, I got some Samsung headphones, you know, Gear VR, all that stuff. So I know if I ever got like a different phone, it would be a hard transition. No different than an iPhone. If you got like a MacBook, Apple AirPods, iPad, you know what I'm saying? If you're heavily invest into that ecosystem, is usually hard to get out. But without further ado, now OnePlus, even though you know the Android platform has something similar to it, I will say this: iMessage on an iPhone is, to me, is still second to none as far as functionality and features. Like for example, now I sent this picture to my wife. It's me, my wife, and my daughter. We're just trying to be cool in the car or whatever. But this is something that's in original quality. If I wanted to pay her, I could. If I wanted to send her, like, you know, a little heartbeat or whatever, I could do that too. Like, you know, just be on some cutesy stuff, man. I think the iPhone do let you kind of explore your romantic side a little bit through iMessage. And not saying that you can't do the same thing on RCS. RCS is a very dope thing. So here, let's text my mother. She has RCS on her phone, and you guys can see it'll say like read, deliver, all that stuff, right? So I can send her, you know, an emoji. I can send this to anybody or whatever, but I can send her little cool stuff too. And I could also, even if she didn't have RCS, I could still send it to my wife. If I wanted to send her, like a little kissy face, something like that, I could still send the same thing to her, whatever the case is. You know what I mean? So like, and this is what I kind of mean now. You know, it's really hard to do comparison videos on most phones because they are very similar in like a lot of regards. You know, so if you don't have iMessage, but you got, you know, RCS, thing is what iMessage wins though is because it's for any iPhone. But like here, if you were T-Mobile and you text on a T-Mobile phone, you got RCS enabled. Or if you were Sprint, text another Sprint phone, you see what I'm saying? So right now, we're still carrier-based where the iPhone is not. Hopefully, from what I've researched, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Sprint will be including RCS in their stuff. So now, if you text someone on AT&T or T-Mobile, if you got another phone, you will be able to still use RCS. I think the only carrier that's holding everything up is Verizon, but everybody else is on board for RCS. But still, as far as messaging is concerned, it's really more so a pick. But I gotta give it to the iPhone due to the fact that it's everywhere, not just one carrier. It's not carrier based. Now, here's where things gets interesting. Now, I know most people, because these are the two things that most people care about with iPhones, is iMessage and FaceTime. We getting close to iMessage, but we've already beat FaceTime, and that's what Duo. Duo to me is better than FaceTime because one, you don't even have to have an app installed on your phone. I can still call you in because of the knock feature, whereas if someone's calling you, you can see what they're doing for your answer call to see like what kind of mood they're in. So if you see your wife calling you and she look pissed, you like, nah, I'm probably answering on my lunch break. And then with FaceTime, you don't know. Plus the call quality is way better. Duo call quality is way better than FaceTime quality. Now on Wi-Fi, they're about the same, but a mobile data, Duo is killing FaceTime with mobile quality. I have no reason to hate since I have both devices. So iMessage gets a nod, gets a win for the iPhone. Google Duo gets a win for, well, it's kind of like cheating, but hell, it's on Samsung anyway. So it gets a nod for the Samsung device anyway, even though it's for all Android devices. And it works for iPhone too. nonetheless. Now we kind of get into other stuff. Now, you know, the win would obviously go to this to the S9 Plus for this category, which is water resistance. Not a huge deal, but nonetheless, it is one thing above this one. So this one's IP67. This one's IP68, meaning you could just put this like in 3 feet of water for like 30 minutes, and I think you're gonna do it like a few feet for this one, like a couple feet. So no, it's like 5 feet for this one. I think it's like 3 feet for this one. I mean, either way, I wouldn't just be sitting there dousing my phone in water regardless. Like, I only use it, especially this one right now since it's cracked up. But in other words, you'll be fine if you're texting with, you know, if you're texting in the rain, you cool with either device, okay? But still, nonetheless, this does have IP68. This one does not. So, another win for that one. So that's 2 points versus 1. This one has a headphone jack, and it sounds damn good, and this one does not. And I mean, don't get me wrong, the iPhone headphones sound cool, but it's not touching the AKG headphones no more, okay? Like, the headphone quality on this phone kills it compared to this phone here, okay? So, again, that's 3 points versus 1. And I'm really trying to be fair to the iPhone, but the problem is, man, it's just a lot of stuff this phone, this is a perfect device, and this one is not yet. So we got a headphone jack. This one comes with a fast charge, and this one you got to spend extra money to get fast charge to put on the device. I mean, to actually use it, doesn't come in a box, which I think is the corniest thing ever. This one has fast charging. I can't really say this one does, because how many people are actually going out there to buy a new cable just to fast charge their iPhone? So even with the iPad charger, this one still fast, you know, charges fast. So that's 4 points. Now performance, this is a toss-up. And the reason I say this is because I've had hiccups on this phone, right? You know what I'm saying? But even still, like, you know, the performance is cool. No huge complaints there. It's still buttery smooth. Same thing with here. If I wanted to go through here, scroll through, it's still smooth. Like, both of these are smooth. I know people will automatically say, well, iPhone is way smoother than Android. That's not necessarily the case no more, yo. We in different times. And to me, I'm gonna say both of these is a tie. So neither one of these phones gets a point. It's still 4-1, because both of these phones, to me, and my usage, are perfectly fine. Now, actually, give me 1 second. I just thought about it. I gotta give a point to performance to iPhone, and this is the reason why. Gaming performance. I don't think there's a phone that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm comfortable putting this phone next to the iPhone 10 as far as gaming, but this still is kind of like the king of gaming. So if anyone who has ever asked me that question, I would choose the iPhone 10 as far as for performance when it comes to games, for mobile gaming, but I would choose like a Samsung device as far as the display is concerned. And don't get me wrong, it ain't like the games on the device, Samsung device are trash, but you could just definitely tell they're more polished on the iPhone 10. That's all. No huge deal. So it's 4-2. Now, in regards to camera, the only reason why I'm gonna give a nod, and this is just because it's software based, I gotta give a win to the camera on the iPhone 10, but here's why. I'm noticing on the 4K 60 frames per second on this device, there's like a certain jitter when you're panning the camera, and I don't have that on here. So until they fix that, it's only on 4K 60 frames per second. It's not on any other camera modes. It's just on the 4K 60 frames per second. But it also has the time limit. This one does not have a time limit, and does not have any issue with the 4K 60 frames per second. So right now, if I'm not mistaken, that is 4-3. So iPhone 10 is catching back up, y'all. iPhone 10 is definitely catching back up. Now, moving right along, we got dual speakers, okay? Dual speakers, I'll play some songs real quick, and y'all can be the judge on your own. We do Eminem Framed, so I'm gonna turn the max volume up on both of these. You guys can hear for yourself. I like both. I mean, I don't know. I probably won't give a point in this category. Right now, I'm gonna say right now, both of them sound good. I mean, I like the S9 Plus speakers a little bit more, but and as far as the comparison is concerned, again, it's not enough to give it a point over the iPhone 10. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be petty like that, but I still want y'all to hear for yourself. So here's the iPhone 10. That's the iPhone 10. Here's the S9 Plus. So again, I mean, to me, it sounded like a little bit loud over here. You know what I mean? If I wanted to just give a point away, I probably will give the point over here. But again, it's not bad. This is not bad either. You know what I mean? Not to the point where it's like, yeah, man, the S9 Plus is way better. Like, nah, I can't get that. Won't be doing that at all. So here, now let's get out of that. Ooh, I'm gonna pull my debit card up for y'all. All right, now getting out of that, since we still kind of like, I'm still gonna say a tie. We're not tied. We're still at 4-3. Now we have Face ID versus intelligence scan. I'm letting y'all know right now. Face ID is shitting on intelligence scan. No, it's I don't mean to say like that, but Face ID is way more accurate, and that's because Samsung was just lazy. It is through facial recognition and with intelligence. I mean, with iris scanner, and they called it a new feature, but it's the same software from last year, S8 Plus. So because of their lazy innovation, Face ID definitely gets the win, but technically I should be giving like a point to the S9 Plus too. So I'm gonna give a point for both because the S9 Plus gives you more than one option, fingerprint scanner and pattern voice unlock. You have way more options to unlock your phone than you do with the iPhone 10. But Face ID is better than intelligence scan, so I'm gonna give a point to both, just not to be petty. So that brings the score to 5-4. Now here we have Siri versus Bixby. Now here's a question: can an iPhone 10 catch up to Bixby? And now here's the thing. I'm gonna say Siri, they both have their strong points and they both have their weaknesses. To me, Bixby is an excellent companion to do to have your phone perform actual tasks. Like if I say good night, it can turn my phone blue light filter on, turn my do not disturb mode on, close all the apps out of my recent background, turn the brightness down, and set my alarm clock for tomorrow. If I ask this phone to tell me the weather for next week or something. I mean, this one could do it too, but I think this one, somebody said it in my comment section, one of my subscribers, Siri is more informational based, this one is more phone based. So this one does tasks, that's actual on your phone, and this one just kind of like go out and get the information for you. So I don't know. To be honest, I use Google a lot anyway, so the informational thing to me is not that much of a big deal. But I do use Bixby if I say like, if I hold the button and say, hey, Bixby, good night, it does what I need to do. So that's a tough one. I want to give a point here, but I feel like, again, one of them got one up on each other. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I would give a point here because I use it for a certain reason. But I'm trying to make this comparison video as straight and as non-biased as I can. So we're gonna leave that to a tie, which still brings the score to 5-4. Now, is there anything that can help the iPhone 10 catch up? Well, not really. Because here's the thing, the last marker that we're gonna look at, the last point that I think is valid is gonna be ecosystems. Again, I prefer Android ecosystem. So it doesn't matter what the iPhone 10 brings me, it's not an Android phone. I don't have most of my Samsung devices, my accessories can work for the iPhone 10, but it won't work as fluid as it does on here. And I just prefer Android. Now, if you prefer iPhones, then yeah, it's up to you. Because even with build quality, they both had glass backs. They both look, spectacular in their own regards, in all respects. They're great phones. They're great devices. The only reason why I would recommend the S9 Plus maybe over the iPhone 10 is because the display to me kills the iPhone 10. It's not even enough for debate. The display and all the free stuff you get to do with Android, like watching Kodi, download movies, download stuff on YouTube. With iPhone 10, you could download some stuff, but you gotta wait till you get home to the computer. Here, I don't. I can just do it right there on the fly. So Android is overall better. As far as the devices in turn, the S9 Plus only beats about 1 point. So technically the S9 Plus is the victor and this is the victim. I feel like I was very fair in the point system. But again, if you like what you like, man, no matter what I say, go get what you want. But if you were just kind of like an iPhone person looking to maybe jump ship and try something different, yeah, definitely go with the S9 Plus. And if you're a Samsung person who's maybe just looking, who is tired of the boring same on iPhone 8 Plus setup, since they've been using since forever, you kind of want to try to swipe based gestures, I would definitely recommend an iPhone 10. But as far as this video is concerned, the S9 Plus is the victor, this is the victim. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, man. Let me know if it was, do you think I did a fair comparison? Do you think I was accurate in my comparisons? Let's let me know what y'all think. The camera comparison for these two phones drop this week. I'm probably gonna drop it on Thursday, the same day I do my live streams. I know some people probably was hoping for me to drink on my last live stream last week. I was just out of it, too sick. But I will be throwing some shots back on my on this live stream coming up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. Please share this video. It definitely helps my channel out a lot, man. Other than that, it's your boy Sean Be Nice, and I'm out. Deuces.